My child, how many warnings must I send before you finally stop and listen? How many storms must rise before you realize they were never random? I, the Lord, am not distant. I am not silent. I have been speaking to you through sleepless nights, through the ache in your soul, through the sense that something greater is calling out to you. But you have not slowed down. You have ignored the trembling in your spirit, the unrest you cannot name. And yet, here I am again, reaching for you in love, but also with urgency. Because what I am about to say to you could save your life. Be still now. Set aside everything. Turn off the noise around you. This moment, right now, is sacred. It is not coincidence that you are hearing my voice. This is a divine interruption. I am breaking through the chaos to speak directly to your soul. If you delay, the cost may be greater than you know. There are things about to unfold in your life that you are not prepared for. But I see them. I see the storm clouds gathering, the deception weaving silently through the paths of those you love, the attacks planned in the shadows. You don't know what's coming, but I do. And because I love you, I have come to warn you, not to frighten you, but to wake you. You've been numb for too long, distracted, chained by routine, dulled by disappointment, surrounded by noise. But even as your hands are busy, your spirit cries for clarity. You sense it, don't you? That something isn't right, that there's more going on than meets the eye, that you've been drifting, not walking. This is the moment I call you back. Come back to me, not out of fear, but because I am your anchor in what is coming. Do not wait for the shaking to begin before you kneel. Do not wait until your world crumbles before you cry out. I am offering you a way of escape before the blow comes. I am the God who sees what is ahead and calls you to prepare, not to scare you, but to spare you. This urgent message is not just another encouragement. It is a call to return, a call to awaken, a call to align your heart with me before what's hidden becomes visible, before the warning becomes reality. If you love me, hear me now. If you trust me, do not delay. What I'm about to speak in the moments ahead is not just for your comfort, it is for your survival. My beloved child, the enemy is cunning. He does not always roar like a lion. Sometimes he whispers like a friend. He disguises his traps as comfort, as pleasure, as urgency, even as love. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin to drift, not with rebellion, but with distraction. You forget to guard your heart. You forget to test every voice. You begin to believe that what is convenient must be right, that what is popular must be truth. But I, the Lord, do not change, and my word does not shift with the culture. Today, I am sounding the alarm, not because I delight in fear, but because I see the snare ahead. I see the danger that you cannot yet perceive. I see the moment when a decision will determine the direction of your life, and I want you to be ready. My child, do not be deceived. You are not invincible. You are not immune to temptation. You are not above falling. That is why I call you close, to shield you, to show you how to walk wisely, to arm you before the battle comes. You have prayed for protection. This is the answer. You have asked me to guide your steps. This is my guidance. I never send a warning without a reason. I never speak without purpose. My voice is not just poetry for the soul. It is the map that leads to safety. If you ignore it, you risk wandering into storms you were never meant to face. I do not delight in destruction. I delight in mercy. I long to be gracious to you. But I will not force myself upon a heart that refuses to listen. That is why I urge you now, open your ears, open your spirit. What I reveal in this season will require your full attention. If you are distracted, you will miss it. If you are dull, you will not discern it. If you hesitate, You will not be prepared. You wonder why you felt unsettled lately, why your heart stirs for something more. It is me. It is my spirit calling you deeper. You have been too far from the fire, too long away from the altar, too used to surviving that you have forgotten what it means to live in my presence. But I am inviting you back, not only to intimacy, but to insight. I want you to see with spiritual eyes again. I want to awaken the watchman within you. This is not just about your life. It's about your household, your legacy, your spiritual covering. There are people attached to your obedience, souls whose freedom depends on your awakening. If you remain numb, they may remain bound. But if you rise, if you return to the secret place with me, then chains will break, darkness will scatter, and my glory will invade your story. My child, you ask why I'm calling you so strongly now. It's because the days ahead are not ordinary. A shaking is coming, not just around you, but within you. Everything that is not rooted in me will be exposed. Everything built on shallow ground will be tested, and I do not want you to be caught unaware. This is not a time for casual faith. This is a time to go deep, to let me rebuild you from the inside out, to prepare you for a season where only what is unshakable will remain. I have seen the cracks you've tried to ignore, the compromises you've justified, the spiritual numbness you've learned to live with, and I am not angry with you, but I will not let you stay in that place, because I love you too much to let you drift into destruction. I see what you cannot see. I see where your current path leads, and I am interrupting it now, not to punish you, but to realign you. Let me purify what has become polluted. Let me tear down what you've built outside my will, and raise up something holy in its place. You don't need to pretend anymore. You don't need to prove yourself. Just come to me, fully surrendered, completely open. I already know your weakness. I already see the fears you won't speak aloud, and still, I have chosen you. Still, I have called you by name. The transformation I desire in you will not be shallow. I am not after surface change. I want your heart, your thought patterns, your habits, your priorities. I want the places you hide, the wounds you cover, the anger you bury deep. I am not afraid of your brokenness. I do not reject your mess. I want to make you whole again, not polished, but healed. Not perfect, but purified. Not religious, but real. You've been asking for breakthrough, but I want to give you more than that. I want to give you resurrection, not a tweak, a rebirth. But for that to happen, something must die. Your pride, your old ways, your fear of surrender. I will not force you. But I am inviting you, right now, into the greatest turning point of your life. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to say yes. Yes to my refining fire. Yes to my voice above every other. Yes to the path that may look narrow, but leads to true life. If you say yes, I will strengthen you. I will walk with you. I will cover you. You will not be alone, not for a single moment. But if you stay lukewarm, if you keep waiting for a better time, the door you are meant to walk through may close. And I do not want that for you. Choose me, and I will show you what you were born for. My child, the days you are stepping into will require more than surface strength. They will demand a deeper trust, a faith that is not shaken by sight or circumstance. I am not preparing you for comfort. I am preparing you for clarity, for the kind of strength that endures storms and shines in darkness. I know what's coming, and I also know what I've placed within you. There will be moments ahead when things will seem confusing. People you trusted may disappoint you. Doors you expected to open will close. Paths you thought were straight will twist unexpectedly. And in those moments, the enemy will whisper, "God has forgotten you." But I tell you now, I have not. I am allowing certain things to shift, not to harm you, but to reveal what is real. I am exposing what cannot stand so that you may stand on what is eternal. You've prayed for truth, so I will uncover it. You've asked for direction, so I will close the wrong ways. You've asked for power, so I must break your reliance on anything other than me. This will not be a season of ease, but it will be a season of revelation. The veil will be lifted, the false will fall away, and you will see, not with natural eyes, but with the eyes of the Spirit. You will discern what is me and what is merely noise. Do not panic when it begins. Do not doubt when things start to unravel. The unraveling is grace. The shaking is mercy. For unless I shake it, you will continue to build on what was never secure. But if you let me, I will rebuild you on the rock that cannot be moved, on truth, on purpose, on power that comes not from your strength, but from my Spirit alone. And oh, my beloved, what I build cannot be torn down. What I begin, I complete. You are not walking into chaos. You are walking into clarity. You are not being abandoned. You are being refined. Yes, the fire will come, but it will not consume you. It will purify you. Yes, the winds may howl, but you will not fall because you are anchored in me. Your roots will grow deeper than ever before. Your discernment will sharpen. Your vision will clear. But I need your yes, not just once, but daily. I need your obedience in the small things, your faithfulness in the quiet moments. I need you to stay close, even when you don't understand, especially when you don't understand, because what I'm building in you is greater than you know, and soon the world will see, not your greatness, but my glory shining through your surrender. My child, the enemy fears your awakening. That is why he has fought so hard to keep you numb, distracted, entangled in things that do not matter. He knows that when you begin to walk in your true authority, when you rise in faith, hell trembles, and that moment is near. I am stirring you, not to make you feel something, but to make you move. You were not made to survive in shadows. You were created to carry light. You have asked me for purpose, and now I am showing you the path, but it will cost you comfort. You cannot carry old habits into new seasons. You cannot step into glory while holding on to what I told you to release. This is a moment of consecration, a moment of decision. Will you follow me when it's hard? Will you trust me when it stretches you? Will you obey when it doesn't make sense? Because what I'm about to release through you is not small. It will impact more than just your life. Generations will feel the ripple of your obedience. The chains you break now will become freedom for your children. The prayers you pray today will become protection over homes you haven't even entered yet. This is not just about you. It's about the kingdom I've planted in you. I am calling you higher. I am calling you deeper. You were not born for mediocrity. The fire in you has been dormant, but I am fanning it again. You will not be known for your wounds, but for your warfare. Not for your pain, but for your perseverance. You will not carry shame, only strength. I will redeem every piece of your story. I will use what hurt you to heal others. What nearly destroyed you will become the very weapon you wield in victory. But I need you to stop hesitating. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop replaying what went wrong. I am doing a new thing. I am releasing fresh oil. I am giving you new strength, new vision, new anointing. Your past has expired. Your guilt is gone. Your chains are broken. You are not who you were. You are who I say you are, chosen, called, cleansed, commissioned. The enemy cannot stop what I am releasing. He can only try to convince you to quit before it comes. Don't let him. Stay close. Stay in my word. Stay in worship. Every time you feel resistance, know that it means you're getting closer. I am breaking delay. I am releasing acceleration. I am opening doors that no man can shut. And through it all, I will be with you, your defender, your peace, your power, your God. My beloved, I see the war in your mind. The questions that swirl like a storm, the doubts that creep in quietly when no one else is watching. You wonder if you're strong enough. You wonder if I'm truly with you. You wonder if all your prayers have fallen on deaf ears. But hear me now. I have never left you. Not for a breath. Not for a second. I have been in the silence. I have been in the waiting. I have been fighting for you in realms you cannot see. Every tear you've cried has watered the ground for breakthrough. Every time you stood in faith while fear screamed louder, that was worship. That was warfare. That was obedience. Do not despise your small beginnings, for I have been watching every single act of trust. The days you chose to forgive, the nights you whispered my name through tears, the moments you pressed forward when quitting would have been easier. I saw it all, and I was pleased. But now, my child, I'm shifting you. This is not just another day. This is not a continuation of what was. This is a crossing, a transition, a divine threshold. And I'm calling you to step over it boldly. No more dragging yesterday's pain into today's promise. No more rehearsing the lies spoken over you. I break the power of those words now. The labels they gave you, the identities you wore out of survival, they are not yours. I give you a new name, victorious, redeemed, mine. You say you feel unqualified. Good, because I do not choose the qualified. I qualify the chosen. You say you feel small. That is perfect, because in your weakness, my strength is magnified. You say you don't know what comes next. That's okay. You don't need to see the map when you're walking with the one who wrote it. I am your guide. I am your guarantee. I am the God who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. You have feared failure for too long, but what you call failure, I call formation. What you thought was a detour was actually divine direction. I never wasted a single detour. I used it to teach you, to humble you, to equip you. And now you are not the same. You are stronger, wiser, deeper, ready. So come, my child, take the first step. You don't need to leap, just move. I will meet you in motion. As you walk, I will reveal. As you obey, I will provide. As you trust, I will multiply. I am not far. I am right beside you. And what I'm about to do will leave no doubt in your heart that I, the Lord, have spoken. My child, you have stood at the edge of breakthrough before, but fear held you back. You've sensed the door opening, felt the winds of change stirring around you, but something inside you hesitated. Too many memories of disappointment, too many unanswered questions. But I say to you now, this is not then, and you are not who you were. What lies before you is not just another opportunity. It is an appointed moment, a divine alignment. I have prepared it, and I am walking you into it. I know what they said. I know the things spoken behind your back. I know the times they counted you out, the times you were overlooked, misunderstood, misjudged. But none of that defines you. What defines you is what I have declared, and I have called you chosen. I have set you apart. I have covered you in grace and anointed you for such a time as this. You don't need the approval of man when you carry the assignment of heaven. You will not miss this season, not if you stay close to me, not if you keep your heart soft and your eyes lifted. I am making the crooked paths straight. I am removing the wrong voices from your life. Do not grieve what I take away, for what I remove is only making room for what I am about to release. There are connections I am cutting so that my covenant can come forth. There are alignments I am orchestrating that no human hand can fabricate. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. You will see the fruit. You will see the restoration. You will witness promises fulfilled that once felt forgotten. I am not slow in keeping my word. I am precise, strategic, sovereign. And when I move, no power in hell can stop me. But I need your posture to be one of surrender. I need your heart to remain yielded, even when the path is unclear. Because it's not about understanding every detail. It's about trusting the one who holds every detail in his hand. So get ready. Prepare your heart like a bride prepares for the bridegroom. Watch with expectation. Praise in advance. Rejoice before the rain, because the clouds are already forming. The sound of abundance is in the air. I will not delay. I will not disappoint. I will do exceedingly and abundantly above all you could ask or imagine, not by your might, not by your plans, but by my Spirit alone. There are battles ahead that will not be won by strategy, by strength, or by striving. They will be won in stillness, in the secret place, in the quiet surrender of a heart that trusts me when nothing makes sense. This is not the season to fight as the world fights. This is the season to war in worship, to battle with your praise, to silence the voice of fear with the sound of my name. You've been taught to hustle, to force, to push forward with your own strength. But I am teaching you another way, the way of rest in me, the way of victory that comes not through anxiety, but through intimacy. Let me teach your hands to war in a new rhythm. Let me train your spirit to move with me, not ahead of me. I am not asking you to strive. I am asking you to trust. Do you feel tired, worn? That is not a sign that you're weak. It is a sign that you've been carrying too much alone. I never asked you to bear it all. I asked you to bring it to me. Lay down the weight of proving yourself. Lay down the burden of outcomes you cannot control. You are not the savior. I am. You are not the provider. I am. You are not the defender. I am. Your role is not to hold everything together, but to hold on to me. Watch what I will do when you stop trying to fix everything and simply invite me in. Invite me into the tension, the confusion, the ache. Invite me into your schedule, your decisions, your silence. I am not distant. I am not passive. I am present and powerful. And I am waiting, not because I am slow to act, but because I wait for your surrender. There is peace available to you right now. Not when everything changes, not when the storm passes, but now, in the very place where chaos rages. Peace that transcends understanding, peace that anchors your soul, peace that comes not from answers, but from my presence. Let me speak it over you. Let me breathe it into you. My child, rest in me. The battle is mine, the burden is mine, and the victory will be mine. But I will share the reward with you. You will reap what you have sown in tears. You will walk through doors you did not open. You will receive blessings you didn't chase, not because you earned them, but because you trusted me enough to let go. This is the reward of surrender. This is the fruit of resting in the shadow of the Almighty. My beloved child, do not be alarmed when I begin to remove the things you once leaned on. I am not punishing you. I am positioning you. There are crutches in your life I must break so that you learn to stand on me alone. There are false comforts I must strip away so that you will hunger for the true comfort of my Spirit. This is not cruelty. It is mercy. I remove only what delays you, only what deceives you, only what distracts you from destiny. You've prayed, Lord, use me. You've asked, God, lead me, and I have answered. But my leading does not always feel like blessing at first. Sometimes it feels like disruption. Sometimes it feels like loss. But what you see as subtraction, I see as clearing the soil. What you feel as delay, I know as preparation. I have to break the old to pour the new. I must empty your hands to fill them with something greater. Let me tear down the idols, the secret dependencies, the places where you run for escape instead of coming to me. Not because I want to expose your shame, but because I want to restore your freedom. You were not made to be tethered to fear. You were not created to serve the expectations of others. You are mine. My image is upon you. My spirit lives in you. And I am jealous for your heart. You have tried to please too many voices. You have twisted yourself trying to fit where you were never meant to belong. But I am setting you free from that now. I am calling you out of the crowd and into communion. I am removing false labels, false timelines, false pressures. What I require of you is simple. Love me with your whole heart and follow me with your whole life. I will take care of the rest. And yes, it may get lonely. Yes, you may walk through seasons where few understand, but you will never be alone. I will be your constant companion. My presence will be your daily bread. My voice will guide you in the dark. I will fill your empty places with glory. I will make the wilderness bloom. I will do what no man can do for you. I will satisfy your soul. So release your grip, child. Let go of what I never asked you to carry. Open your hands again. Open your heart again. I am not just preparing a new path. I am preparing a new you to walk it. And what you thought was the end will become your new beginning. There are moments when your faith will be tested not by storms, but by silence. When heaven feels quiet. When the answers don't come. When the miracles seem delayed. And it is in those moments that trust becomes most real, not because you feel me, but because you choose me. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of faith makes darkness tremble. You have wondered why I haven't spoken in the way you expected. You've asked why the breakthrough hasn't arrived yet. But know this, my silence is never absence. My delays are never denial. In the waiting, I am working. In the stillness, I am strengthening. Just because you cannot see the movement does not mean there is no motion. Roots grow deep in hidden places, and so does your faith. I am not late. I am preparing the perfect time. If I gave you the promise before your character was ready, it would crush you. If I opened the door before your spirit could carry the weight, you would be overwhelmed. But I am a wise father. I give not only what is good, but when it is good. And what I have for you is exceedingly good. Let this be the season where your trust matures, where your worship is not based on what I do, but on who I am. Where your prayers are not only for rescue, but for revelation. Where your confidence is not in outcomes, but in my nature. I have always been faithful. I have never once broken my word. And I will not start now. Lift your eyes. Take your eyes off the clock and fix them on the cross. You were never meant to live by timelines. You were meant to live by truth. I am the truth. And the truth is, you are loved. You are seen. You are held. And even now I am closer than your breath, closer than your thoughts. I am in the unseen, working behind doors you have not even knocked on yet. Do not compare your journey to others. Do not measure my presence by progress you can track. Some of the greatest breakthroughs come softly, slowly, sacredly, and then suddenly. And when that suddenly comes, you will look back and see how I wove every thread together, even the painful ones, into a tapestry of glory. You will not be disappointed. You will not be ashamed. You will rejoice. So stay with me. Stay faithful. Stay expectant. Because what is coming will make the wait worthwhile. I promise you, my child, your tears are not in vain. Your trust is not in vain. I have seen every step. I have heard every sigh, and I will reward your faith in ways you never imagined. My beloved, let me remind you who you are. Not who the world says you are, not what your failures have tried to name you, but who I, the Lord, have declared you to be. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. You are my creation, fearfully and wonderfully made, formed by my hands and filled with my breath. There is no flaw in you that my grace cannot cover, no wound too deep that my love cannot heal. You have carried shame like a cloak, hiding the parts of your story that still ache. But I did not come to shame you. I came to restore you. I came to lift the burden, to wash you clean, to clothe you in righteousness. You are not what you've done. You are not what others did to you. You are mine, and in me, all things become new. Let me rewrite the narrative. Let me reclaim every chapter. What you saw as a failure, I will use as a testimony. What was meant to destroy you will become the very thing I use to build others. The enemy wanted to silence you, but I will make your voice a trumpet. He wanted you to hide, but I will raise you up. Your pain has purpose, and I am redeeming every moment of it. You do not have to strive to be loved. You already are. You do not have to earn my affection. It is freely given. I loved you before you ever called my name. I chose you when you were still lost. I pursued you when you had nothing to offer. My love for you is not based on performance. It is based on covenant, and I do not break covenant. So come out of hiding. Step into the light. Let me heal the places you've tried to fix on your own. Let me pour oil into the wounds still bleeding beneath the surface. Let me breathe life into the dry bones of your dreams. I am not done with you. In fact, I am just beginning. The latter days will be greater than the former. The joy I am bringing will eclipse the sorrow you've endured. I do not love the polished version of you. I love the real you, the version that is raw, honest, desperate, and open. That is the heart I dwell in. That is the life I transform. So bring me everything, even the mess, especially the mess. Watch what I will do with ashes. Watch how I turn mourning into dancing. Watch how I lift your head, crown you with glory, and restore to you the years the enemy tried to steal. I am not just trying to comfort you, I am commissioning you. I did not rescue you just so you could survive. I rescued you so you could rise. You have walked through fire, and now you carry fire. You have endured much, and now you carry weight in the spirit. You are not fragile, you are fortified, not by your own strength, but by my spirit within you. You are stronger than you think, not because of what you've done, but because of what I have placed inside you. This world is groaning for light. It is drowning in confusion, in chaos, in fear. But I have not left the world without a witness. I have placed my light in you. You are not invisible in the spirit realm. You are marked. Heaven knows your name. Hell knows your name. And now, I want you to know it too. You are my ambassador, my vessel, my warrior, my messenger. You carry something holy, and it is time to walk worthy of what you carry. Stop shrinking back. Stop apologizing for your fire. Stop hiding your voice. I gave you that passion. I gave you that discernment. I gave you that hunger for truth. You do not see too much. You see what others are blind to. You are not too sensitive. You are tuned in to what matters. What feels like a burden is actually a gift. What feels like heaviness is the weight of intercession. I have made you for this hour. I am calling you to stand in the gap, to pray like never before, to speak when I give you words, to move when I give you instructions. You don't need a platform. You need obedience. You don't need applause. You need authority. And authority comes from intimacy with me, from time in my presence, from hearing my whisper and responding without delay. You've been wondering why you feel unsettled. It's because your spirit knows you were made for more than comfort. You were made for battle, for breakthrough, for revival. And revival doesn't start in crowds. It starts in hearts. It starts with one soul set on fire, one mouth yielded to my word, one life fully surrendered. Will you be that life? I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for permission. Will you let me take over? Will you let me disrupt your plans so I can release mine? Will you let me stretch you, send you, sanctify you? This is your call, child. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now. Heaven is watching, the earth is waiting, and I have chosen you. My beloved child, I am calling you to live differently, not just outwardly, but inwardly. I am calling you to walk in a rhythm that is not defined by the world, but by heaven. A pace of grace, a life of holy awareness, a heart that listens more than it reacts, that trusts more than it trembles, that yields more than it resists. You were not made to chase everything. You were made to follow me. There is a simplicity I want to restore to your soul. You have been overloaded with voices, with noise, with constant pressure to do, to be, to prove. But I am not found in the whirlwind. I am found in the whisper. You do not have to strive for what I have already assigned. You do not have to rush when I am the one guiding your steps. Slowness with me is better than speed without me. Delay with me is safer than arrival without me. Return to the quiet place. Return to wonder. Let me walk with you in the ordinary. Let me teach you how to see again, how to notice the divine in the mundane. My presence is not only in the thunder, it is in the stillness of morning, in the breath between your thoughts, in the warmth of grace that wraps around your anxious heart. I am not only the God of miracles, I am the God of moments, and I am with you in every one. When the world says hurry, I say rest. When the world says more, I say enough. When the world says prove yourself, I say, you are already mine. You don't need to run to catch up with destiny, because I am the one who writes it. And nothing meant for you will ever pass you by when you stay close to me. Release the burden of constant progress. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where I have you, learning what you need for where I'm taking you next. Even your detours are within my design. Even your slow seasons are sacred. I am never in a rush, but I am always on time. So breathe, child. Breathe in my peace. Exhale the pressure. Let go of the tension. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are following, and following me will never lead you astray. I will guide you by still waters. I will restore your soul. I will walk you into promises not through striving, but through surrender. Let your spirit be still again. Let your heart trust again. You are safe with me. You are seen by me. You are surrounded by my love in ways far deeper than you know. And even now, I am preparing a table before you, in the presence of your enemies, where goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. Now that your heart is open and your spirit is listening, hear this final word I speak over you, not as a distant echo, but as a father who draws near, with arms wide and eyes full of love. I have seen every part of your journey. I have numbered your steps, captured your tears, and remembered the cries you thought were forgotten. Not one moment has been wasted, not one season overlooked. I have walked with you through them all. And now, I declare over you, the time of restoration has come. What the locusts have eaten, I will repay. What was stolen, I will return. What you thought was lost forever, I will resurrect in greater glory. Not by chance, not by your might, but by my divine mercy. I will rebuild the ruins. I will breathe on what has died. I will call forth joy from mourning, strength from sorrow, and purpose from pain. Let go of the fear that it's too late. Let go of the lie that you've missed it. I am the God who redeems time. I will accelerate what was delayed. I will align what was misaligned. Even the detours will now become divine intersections. What you thought disqualified you has only made you more ready. The scars you carry, they are now marks of grace, testimonies of survival, proof that my hand has never left you. This is the hour to rise, not with human confidence, but with holy courage. Stand tall, not because of what you've achieved, but because of who you belong to. You are not abandoned. You are not cast aside. You are my beloved. You are my chosen. You are my vessel. And I am filling you now with fresh oil, new fire, and divine clarity. Go forth, not just to survive, but to shine, to speak what I give you, to love without fear, to pray with boldness, to carry my glory. Every step you take will be covered by my presence. Every battle you face will be surrounded by angelic armies. Every weakness you feel will be met with my strength. And everywhere you go, you will carry my light. So receive my blessing, receive my peace, receive my spirit anew. And know this, I am with you always, in your rising and your resting, in your battle and your breakthrough, in your silence and your song. My love will never let you go. My hand will never fail you. My promise will never return void. Now go, live boldly, love deeply, worship freely, and walk humbly with me. For I, the Lord your God, am with you. I am for you, and I will finish what I have begun in you. And now, my child, after all that I've spoken, after every word that pierced through fear and lit a flame within your spirit, this is the moment for you to respond. I have poured out my heart, revealed my will, reminded you of who you are and whose you are. But now I want to hear your voice. I want you to speak, not from obligation, but from surrender, not from formula, but from fullness. Lay it all before me, everything. If your heart is stirred, if you feel me calling, don't rush past this moment. Don't click away. Don't silence what you sense within. Stay with me. Let this be sacred ground. Open your mouth, open your soul, and begin to pray with me. Begin to speak not as a stranger to heaven, but as a child returning home. Let us pray. Lord, I don't even know where to begin, but I feel you. I feel the weight of your words still lingering in my spirit, like fire that refuses to fade. You've spoken to me, and I cannot pretend I didn't hear. I cannot go back to the way things were. Something has shifted, and I know now. I need you more than I've ever admitted, more than I've allowed myself to feel. I need you deeply, desperately, entirely. I've run in circles, Lord. I've chased answers. I've clung to old comforts. I've numbed myself with distraction and drowned out your voice with noise. But no more. Today, I choose silence. I choose stillness. I choose surrender. Not because I have the strength, but because I no longer want to live without your presence guiding me. I don't want to be lukewarm. I don't want to be distant. I want to burn again. So here I am. No mask, no defense, no performance. Just me. Tired, thirsty, longing to be held by something real, someone eternal. I open every door of my heart, even the ones I swore I'd never open again. The ones filled with regret, with failure, with wounds still bleeding silently. I open them to you now. Come in, Lord. Cleanse me, heal me, rebuild me. I'm done pretending, done striving, done trying to earn what you freely give. I don't want to keep praying as a task. I want to pray like it's breath. I don't want to just survive in faith. I want to walk with you daily, moment by moment, eyes fixed on you, even when I cannot see the road ahead. Give me the kind of faith that sings through sorrow, that trusts through silence, that walks when it cannot run. Forgive me, Lord, for every time I delayed, for every time I chose fear over faith, for every time I heard your whisper but ignored it. I know now that you were always speaking, you were always near, and even when I thought you were absent, you were fighting battles I never saw, protecting me from things I didn't even recognize as danger. And I thank you for that. I thank you for your mercy that never gave up on me. Today, I return, not just with words, but with my whole heart. I lay down the pride that kept me distant. I release the shame that told me I wasn't worthy. I reject the lies that said I missed my moment. Because you are the God of restoration, the God of redemption, the God of right now. And if you still want me, then here I am. Use me, change me, take all of me. Speak, Lord. Your servant is listening. Do not let me walk away from this fire unchanged. Let it brand my soul. Let it mark this moment in eternity. I want to carry you with reverence. I want to walk differently, live differently, pray differently. I want to become the person you dreamed of when you knit me together in the womb. So breathe on me, Holy Spirit. Burn away what doesn't belong. Reignite what I thought was gone. Lead me into the secret place and teach me to stay. I want to abide, not just visit. I want to linger, not just pass through. Make my life an altar. Make my words holy. Make my days count. Let this be the beginning of everything new. Father, now that I've returned to you, I ask you to hold me close and never let me wander again. Don't let the world steal this tenderness from me. Don't let busyness drown out the sound of your whisper. Let this hunger never fade. Let this fire never die. Seal me with conviction, with courage, with the kind of faith that isn't shaken by storms, but sharpened by them. Lord, I don't want a shallow walk. I don't want borrowed revelation. I don't want secondhand encounters. I want to know you for myself. I want to hear your voice like thunder and like a whisper. I want to be able to say with my whole being, I have walked with God, and I have been changed. Teach me to walk in step with you, not ahead, not behind, but beside you, holding your hand, trusting your lead. I surrender not just my pain, but also my potential, not just my fears, but also my future. I give you my gifts, my calling, my talents, because without your breath on them, they mean nothing. I don't want to be impressive. I want to be impactful. I don't want to be celebrated. I want to be consecrated. Set me apart. Hide me in the shadow of your presence until I am ready to shine only for your glory. Help me unlearn what religion taught me and relearn what your Spirit wants to teach me. Let grace become my lens. Let mercy become my rhythm. Let truth become my compass. May I never again substitute activity for intimacy or noise for nearness. I choose your presence over platform. I choose stillness over striving. I choose obedience over ambition. God, awaken the gifts within me that have been lying dormant. Stir up the prophetic words spoken over my life that I laid down in discouragement. Reopen the wells I once drank from before disappointment capped them. Breathe on my imagination. Breathe on my spirit. Breathe on my identity. Let me see again. Let me dream again. Let me walk again. And Father, for every person attached to my obedience, for the children I will raise, the people I will love, the souls I will influence, don't let me fail them by failing to follow you. Let my life be a light. Let my story be a doorway. Let my obedience be the bridge that carries others home. Let revival begin in me so that it may flow through me. I ask you now, protect me from pride. Guard me from bitterness. Deliver me from fear. Cut every tie to old bondage, to secret sin, to patterns that lead me away from you. Let every chain be broken. Let every ceiling be shattered. Let every voice that contradicts your word be silenced in Jesus' name. Mark me, Lord, not with titles, but with truth. Not with followers, but with fruit. Not with recognition, but with righteousness. I want to live a life that heaven recognizes and hell fears. A life that, when I take my final breath, echoes in eternity. Not because I was great, but because you were great in me. So here I am, completely yours. I don't bring perfection. I bring permission. Have your way in me. Rewrite my story. Rebuild my soul. And when people ask what changed, let them see that it was not a process. It was a person. It was you. I love you, Jesus, with everything, forever. Amen.